Hey foodies, happy Sunday. Chef Kyle here, back for another summer episode. Today we're making tuna wraps. So the difference is my tuna wrap exactly has apple in it, it has worcestershire, I'm gonna put some chopped tomatoes in it, some cilantro to kick it up. Of course we gotta add lemon juice, and also I'm using whole solid white albacore tuna in olive oil. So that means it's not gonna taste like cat food. It's gonna be solid tuna. The texture is gonna be beautiful. We're gonna mix it in with all the other flavors, and it has the olive oil to actually help preserve the actual nutrients from the tuna. And we don't have to rinse out any of the water or the sodium that will actually make it saltier. So I'm gonna get started. This is gonna be a great episode. Let's go. Okay, so guys, here, as I explained, we're using the solid wild albacore tuna. So it's packed in olive oil. All those flavors are packed into the nutrients and preserved in the actual olive oil. So this is gonna be perfect. We also have chopped spinach. So that's sort of gonna be the bedding. That's gonna help keep the moisture within the tuna and away from the burrito. So this is gonna be like the bedding. Nobody wants to eat big chunks of spinach, so that's why I chopped it. I'm gonna be using chopped tomatoes. We got Worcestershire, love that. A little olive oil that's gonna help actually seal the burrito. I'm gonna show you guys how to actually fold a burrito. We got some mayo, Dijon mustard, just a pinch of white pepper, chopped cilantro. Of course, we gotta add the chopped celery, and I even added some leaves, so that has a bunch of flavor and nutrients as well. We got lemon zest, half a lemon juiced, and then we also got scallions. I'm gonna put these in a little bit of hot water, take out that strong onion flavor. And for a little bit of sweetness, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of chopped apple. So we're gonna do it at the end to help preserve the color, and it's gonna be beautiful. And then after that, we're gonna actually pair it with some cauliflower chips that I bought. These are very healthy, low in calories, and even the burrito in itself, very low in calories. Each burrito itself is only 60 calories. So I can't wait to get started. Let's move on to the next step. I'm gonna take the tuna out of the can. So we want all that olive oil. That's gonna give moisture, it's gonna give a little bit of fat, and it also has all the nutrients too. And to that, we're gonna add chopped tomatoes, seeded, dried a little bit, chopped. Get in there. Worcestershire, pinch of white pepper. Can't forget the mayo. Dijon. A little bit of salt, lemon juice, chopped cilantro, lemon zest, 2 tablespoons of chopped celery, chopped it pretty fine. We don't want too much crunch. We're gonna have crunch from the apple and we're gonna have crunch from the celery, but we want it to be consistent and also consistent with the other ingredients. So the texture is really important with this. And then I also added a tablespoon of the celery leaves. So that's gonna go right in our bowl. And now what I'm gonna do is I have the scallions here. I'm just gonna add a little bit of hot water to it. Here, so I soaked it in a little bit of hot water and let that sit for a minute. We're gonna drain it. It's gonna take out the pungent flavor of onion. So now I'm gonna drain it. It's gonna go right in the bowl. Then we're gonna take our apple. So 1/4 cup of an apple. Notice I'm keeping the texture consistent by the size of the fruit that I'm chopping. So the tuna is the star of the show, but these other ingredients are important players. So you can't forget that, especially when you're making a wrap, especially when you're making a sandwich. Yes, a wrap and a sandwich is seemingly very simple, but there are steps that you should follow to actually enhance the flavor and the texture of a sandwich or wrap. So there is an art and science to it. That's a 1/4 cup right into our bowl. Now we're gonna use a fork to break up the tuna. So my perfect tuna salad doesn't have too much mayo in it. It has just enough to bind and to give it flavor, but I don't want it to be overpowering. So now I'm just gonna mix it together. Okay, that's what you want. You still have a little bit of chunks. There's texture in there, and everything is cut about the same size. So you get in each bite, you're gonna get a flavor from the tuna, you're gonna get a flavor from the tomato, the cilantro. Nothing's overpowering, but still, the tuna is gonna shine. So let's go on to the next step. So now we're gonna assemble the burrito. I'm gonna make this really simple. So we have this, 1 can we're gonna use for 2 people. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna draw a line in the center and divide it out. So we got 2 portions there. Make it really simple, very easy. And you can always multiply. If you're doing more people, use half another can, or if you're doing 4 people, add 1 full can and you just divide it as you go. Now we start with the base of chopped spinach. That's gonna go in the center. So you wanna, this is half a cup of chopped spinach. So basically that means we wanna use a 1/4 cup in there. Now we're gonna add the tuna. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of push it together and flatten it. So most of the tuna is gonna be closer to here. The seal is gonna be on this side. So we want most of the tuna here, flat, so that when you actually roll this burrito, it's gonna be consistent. There's not gonna be any air pockets. So that's why I'm flattening it a little bit, but it's still closer to this side. Now the technique, very simple. So you're gonna push in here. These are gonna be your ends on the sides. You're gonna push in here. You're gonna push this over here. And then as you do that, you're starting to bring it here. So you bring it here and roll. Make sure to keep the ends in and roll. Tuck and roll. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now you have a solid burrito. Set it aside here. Let's do the next one. Bed of spinach. I don't want to waste anything. Same technique we did before, more towards me, and everything about the same height. So the tuna mound is about the same height. There we go. Same technique as before. Sides go in. Tuck, sides in, tuck and pull. Tuck, pull, a little bit of juice, fine, it's here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a seal. So I have a little bit of olive oil here. I'm just gonna brush the pan. Okay. So seal side down, here. Same thing, seal side down, here. Now we're gonna go to our stove. So it's almost there. Give it a few moments. I have it on medium heat right now. Should take about a minute, minute and a half. It's gonna get a little color and it's gonna be sealed. Look at that. You don't have to do much to it. It opened up a little bit. No big deal. Push it in. There you go. Now we're gonna plate it up. So I have here a little special sauce. It's just basically mayo, some cilantro, a little bit of that pickle juice, a little Worcestershire, and ketchup. So it's very simple to make. Put a little bit right here. And then we're just gonna make a, there we go. And we do the burrito. So we're gonna do it on a diagonal. So that. Look at that, beautiful. Here, plate like that. We'll just do one for you guys to see. And then we have the cauliflower chips. Just gonna put that around the edge. All right. A little bit of cilantro. Can't wait for you guys to eat this with your eyes. Here, let's take a look. Look at that. Hey guys, I love making this really healthy tuna wrap for you guys. I can't wait to eat it. I know you guys are eating it right now with your eyes. And stay tuned for the next episode. You're gonna be hearing more summer recipes. They're gonna be delicious, very healthy, packed with flavor, and I can't wait. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And then also, if you make any of these recipes, throw me a comment. Any questions you guys have, I'm there for you. Take care.